So it's been raining here, which stopped me from completing the rusty tin on the front of the house. Everything else is done as far as the rusty tin goes, but since it started raining, I'm forced to do some projects on the inside. And so this project that I'm working on right now, the hurricane ties, I'm putting nails in the hurricane ties completely. Before, I only put a few in just so I could hold everything together, because in another video I was saying that I wanted to get the house framed, get the sheathing on, and get it covered and protected from the rain. In doing so, I didn't put all the nails in on all of the hurricane ties. So that's what I'm doing right now. Then I'll be on to the door. But the thing with the hurricane ties, in order for them to work properly, all the nails have to be placed in all the holes. And there's about 10 holes for 10 nails on each hurricane tie. So that's what I'm doing now. The back side of the house I did a while back, so I'm getting around to this one. Now, of course, I'm starting on the door. In a previous video, you saw that I was cutting the sheathing for the door to the side so that I can have two doors. Well, I'm working on the door now. The front door, I took the measurement and took all that to my brother's place and worked on it in his barn. It would have been ideal to actually work on it out here, but the house wasn't in a place where I was able to stay in it. So I did everything there, brought it out here. Everything worked out. I think it would have been a little bit less stressful had I worked on the door here and I could go back and forth with my measurements to make sure everything was working. So right now what I'm doing is putting glue between the 2x6 pieces of lumber, and I'm doing pocket holes to put them together so that I get a really solid door. And of course, in other previous videos, you saw me taking nails out of lumber from a couple of trailers that was at my brother's property. This is reclaimed wood that I'm using. So in order for me to use this wood, I had to spend days and hours and more days and hours taking out the nails and getting it ready. So this wood, or this lumber, was sitting at my brother's place. After I finished it, I treated it, covered it, so I brought some out so that I can put this door together. And since I've been living out here in the house since I've been back this time, I figured I would go ahead and start putting it together here so it'd be just that much less stressful. So that's what's happening here now. So if I was attempting to purchase a door like this that's 2x6, I would be spending well over $500 or someplace right around there, because this is going to be a very solid, thick door. The frame around this door is going to be made from 2x6 lumber also. So I'm keeping it solid throughout so that it'll be very, very sturdy. And this is what you want to have on an exterior door. So if anybody wanted to get into the house, they'd have a little bit of trouble. And in addition to having the door built from 2x6 lumber, I brought out some angle iron that I'm going to take outside and cut so that I can form a Z pattern on the back side of it. I will attach that with bolts and screws so that it'll make it even more sturdy and a little bit more heavier. So it's going to be a great quality door. Well, I'm doing this because I want to save as much money as possible, and doing it myself, I can save that much more money. And besides, I went through the trouble of getting this 2x6 lumber ready by taking all the nails and everything out of it. It would be a waste not to use it, because anytime you leave lumber or anything laying around in this kind of a climate, it will eventually deteriorate. So I want to get it up and in use as quickly as possible. So that's what's happening here now. So once this is done, I'll get the door installed, and then maybe tomorrow I can finish up with the rusty tin. And of course, I won't be able to install the door while I'm here this time, but I'm just getting it partially ready so that once I get back during the next trip, I can go ahead and install that. Once I do that, all of the rusty tin will be installed already. Then I can get on to doing electrical. I can do plumbing, because I've already framed the bathroom, so I can get all the plumbing in for that. I put in some electrical outlets. I have still to put in some of the sockets for the lights, or actually the cans for the lights and things like that. So that's going to be one other thing that I do, and of course that's going to take a while. Then once that's finished, I can work out the bathroom situation where I'm going to install toilets and all that kind of good stuff. So it's going to be quite interesting. There's plenty of work to do. Once I get the electrical, the plumbing, all that done, I'm going to start with the insulation, drywall, finishing all that out. It's just going to be a lot more work. It's going to be a beautiful thing because I've had such a great time out here staying, and I look forward to coming back. It's great to stay out here because when I'm out here, I don't have to drive. Usually I'm doing about 60 miles or so from my brother's house every day. Now, since I've been out here this time, I come out here, I park my truck, it doesn't move for like maybe a week. I come out, I get more supplies at the end of the week or something like that, more food, more ice and things like that, and I can go back at it. So I've saved a lot of money by not having to buy gas almost every day, making those long trips. And it's just such a great thing to be out here because it's quiet. I'm all out here by myself. You can probably see in the background there, I got my outdoor shower hanging up there, and it's a great thing. I have absolutely everything out here I need. It's nice, it gets quiet. At night when it rains, there's the great sound coming off the tin from the roof. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, the video is over now. This is just a little end eye candy just to take up a few minutes for the slates for the next video, that kind of thing. So come again. Thanks for stopping by, and there are more videos to come. So we will see you then. Thanks much.